McCarthy Insurance Group, serving the community for over 70 years. For home, farm, motor, life, health and business insurance, log on to mig.ie or free phone 1800 50 11 11. Probably your best call in 2024. Charles McCarthy Insurance is trading as McCarthy Insurance Group, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Ireland's Classic Hits Radio, it's Trina Mara. We couldn't quite get Noel Gallagher or Liam Gallagher on the phone just yet. But don't worry, we got the next best thing. How are you, Paul?
I'm not too bad, Trina. You have this fake Noel Gallagher.
Fake Noel. How's things? So you're in a tribute band, an Oasis tribute band. What are you called?
We are called Live Forever. We are actually the most followed Oasis tribute band on social media with over 80,000 followers. So we are one of Ireland's biggest tribute bands, and we are absolutely buzzing today.
I have a feeling you're going to be out the door. You're going to be making more money than the Oasis brothers nearly, because everyone's going to be wanting...
Don't say that to too many people.
Are you a big Oasis fan? Is that the reason you started this tribute band or what?
Yeah, massive Oasis fans. Our childhood friends, we grew up in the south side of Dublin, Tallaght, Clondalkin, Ballyfermot area, Lucan. And yeah, the first I picked up the guitar because of Oasis, to be honest. So we came together with the idea and the passion just to basically play our local pub scene, and now it's gone to the heights where we're playing in festivals in front of thousands of people and big billings, and it's been a great journey, and this is only going to catapult it even more, to be honest.
This is the best. You must have been like, this is the best news ever. And when the rumours were going around, you were probably going, oh please God, let this happen, because you're so in demand.
The rumours have been happening for the last 10 years, to be honest. So we always kind of knew it's not going to happen. And then when Noel got divorced from his wife, we knew there was a very strong possibility, because obviously divorces aren't cheap. But his wife was obviously... He does as well, but now his wife and Liam never got on. There was always a conflict there, and now when she's gone, and it's no coincidence it's happened now, and happy days. It's great. It's really lifted, like everyone around, the whole thing, all social media is just covered, and the Oasis are a bit like man, where you either love them or you don't, but it's lifted the whole spirit to so many people that in air kind of lives and stuff like that. So
I don't need to even ask you, Paul, like in the Father Ted episode, is it Blur or Oasis?
well, Blur are a great band. but for us, Oasis are the bread and butter. We're quite busy anyway. We're big enough, but we've literally, today alone, we've taken in a ton of gigs, and it's just only gone. We've had to bring in a management company. It's going to get crazy for the next 12 months.
It will. And Paul, you were saying, like, you're born around the same time as me, so you were smack bang in your teenage years when Oasis
Are you only 21 as well?
I'm only 21 as well, yeah. I particularly remember that summer, and they were going on like TV shows, like The Big Breakfast on Channel 4 was a massive show at the time. They were going on all those kind of shows, TFI Friday, all of that. It was such an amazing time, and I remember being that age, and they must have been playing in Dublin or something. I actually saw them coming out of the Westbury Hotel in Dublin, and I ran into a shop to buy a disposable camera. Do you remember those disposable cameras? And waited and got a photograph of them, waited 3 days for it to be developed, and sure, it was all blurry. You couldn't even make out who they were.
Oh, crazy. Yeah. And it's the funny thing with us, and something I've always noticed, is you obviously, it's a memory for you from back in the 90s, but we're doing this week in, week out, and you would not believe the amount of young people coming to our shows, front row, people that weren't even born when Wonderwall was released, and you know every word. So it stood the test of time, and it's carried on through generations at this stage. And look, now it's just gonna kick off again, and it's great. And I hope you do new music.
Yeah, I'd say for yourself as well, picking up the guitar, were Oasis songs kind of easy to learn when you were learning guitar? Yeah,
I think Wonderwall has to be the number one song anyone learns from the off. It's one of the most simplest songs to play, and it's one of the most popular. For me, it was saying everything was Oasis, and it is the most simplistic. But genius as well. It's harder to write the simplistic songs, they say. Yeah. He's a genius, Noel Gallagher. So
there must be loads of people who learn guitar because of Oasis.
A whole generation. Yeah, a whole generation, and everything. It changed. It was the last big band before the internet and all downloading music and streams and everything like that. They were the last big thing. So we won't see the likes again, to be honest.
Do you think that they really had a the falling out, or do you think it was all just kind of a big thing to make this big comeback and to cash in on it?
They fell out. And I'll be honest, I think Liam towards the end, his ego was so big, and he didn't seem a pleasure to deal with, and I know they fell out over. We kind of have people that know people inside the band, and they kind of fell out over. Liam had a clothing line and he was advertising in the program, but he wasn't. Noel kind of said you have to pay for that, so it was a business conflict first and foremost. But then Liam went through a divorce, he went through a tough time. Noel's solo career took off a lot more than Liam's did, and Liam kind of hit rock bottom a little bit, and now so it kind of levelled them off, and I think Liam is a lot more genuine than Noel is now, but luckily they came together in the end. So
did you ever get to meet them, Paul?
I've never met them one-on-one. No, I've met people that know them, and they certainly know of us. Ken Doherty, the snooker player, it comes to a lot of our gigs in Dublin at Christmas time, and he's been backstage with us, and he's told us, he's talked to the band. Oasis, the stage manager, actually came to see us one year in the Button Factory. He came down and gave us memorabilia like plectrums and backstage passes that they had. He was blown away by the show. He was very impressed. I actually thought we were going to get a lawsuit for copyright when he came down, but he was actually blown away with the show, and he says, I'll be mentioning this to Noel. He was a tour manager from 94 to right from the start till the very end, and he was blown away. He says, I'll be mentioning this to Noel. Luckily enough, I think Oasis have copied and ripped off so many people through the years that they're not asked with doing us for copyright. So,
you're probably thinking, Paul, to yourself, play really crap tonight so that he'll feel sorry for us and said, these lads are going nowhere. Just leave them at it.
I didn't actually know he was even there. It was after the show, and the stage manager came down and said someone wants to meet you from Oasis, and I thought I was getting hit with a solicitor's letter, but no, he was actually really nice, and he was blown away. So
I love I actually did meet Noel Gallagher for the radio before, and I couldn't believe the way he was. He was talking about how he became quite the domestic god, in that he loved nothing more than pottering around his greenhouse and doing the ironing. Paul, I mean, no pressure, but this is what you're meant to be doing.
Yeah, he's hilarious. I don't believe that for a second, by the way, but he's absolutely, the two of them are hilarious. The two of them are so funny. It's comedy gold. The things they've come out in the interviews, and real dry wit. It's similar to ourselves. So I
love the clips actually online, you know, where there was one there a while ago, and it was where a group of lads from Ireland couldn't get a ticket, and they saw them outside the hotel or something. I think it was Liam Gallagher, was it?
We know that, it was Liam Gallagher in the Olympia, so we know them lads came to our gigs regularly, and we know them lads. They're actually in another band themselves now. And he put them all on the guest list. That gig was oversold out in the Olympia, and he put them all on the guest list.
Sound of him, really. He was like, so he was getting into his car, and they were like, oh, we love you, thanks a million, it was so great to meet you, we couldn't get tickets, and the next thing Liam was going, what's your names there, give us your names, write them down on a bit of paper, and they couldn't believe their luck.
But that's what I'm saying about it. Liam wouldn't have done that in the 90s, but he mellowed out, and he does now, and now it's probably the opposite. He's kind of flipped sides, so now we're probably a bit more cutthroat now with people, and I've heard a few ignorant stories from him, but look, I mean, if you're getting hounded day in, day out, I can understand.
I wonder now, the mammy must be only over the moon that this is happening.
Peggy, apparently she's released a statement, and she said that she is loyal. Obviously she would have known about it. I'm actually surprised. The dates are secured, the tickets are on sale. I know from even our little band, it takes weeks to put that all into place. This must have been on the cards from at least a month ago. So people have kept that storm that would have known, in Ticketmaster or the actual stadiums that's been in, and I'm surprised it's being kept so undercover for this long. But it's so.
Well, sure, the hotels now, the prices are gone mad already.
I'm sure if any of our listeners are listening, they can stay in our house.
I know, in the box room. With the other Noel. We were doing a thing on the show actually, Paul, and it was asking people to give us a tongue-in-cheek name of the next Oasis album, what they reckon it should be. Now, some people were saying things like, we've no money, #reunion, things like that. Would you have any suggestions yourself?
Oh, you hit me. Need to pay for the divorce. Obviously, Noel's lost half his money in the divorce, so we'll do anything for money.
We'll do anything. Look, Paul, Daddy, to catch up, and I no doubt you're just going to be in so much demand. I hope you have no holidays booked yourself now for the next year.
Look, it can wait. We're literally 12 months now of absolute bedlam, but we're gonna milk it till the wheels come off. Trina, as we say. So we're well up for it.
Thanks so much, Paul. There is Paul.
Trina, it's a pleasure. All the best.
See you now. Bye. Paul there from Live Forever, the Oasis Tribute Band. They are going to be busy. It's Ireland's Classic Hits Radio.
McCarthy Insurance Group, serving the community for over 70 years. For home, farm, motor, life, health and business insurance, log on to mig.ie or free phone 1800 50 11 11. Probably your best call in 2024. Charles McCarthy Insurance is trading as McCarthy Insurance Group, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.